Welcome to CFB Studios, home of the college football hot takes. I'm Ozzie, the sports take outlaw, and this is the Sunday Fallout, where the smoke clears and the truth comes out. We've got 4 big games to break down from this weekend, so let's get started. Oklahoma didn't beat Alabama this weekend. Alabama beat Alabama this weekend. You can't have that many turnovers against a quality team and expect to win, and Alabama found that out the hard way. If you look at the stats, Alabama dominated this weekend. 400 yards of offense, 320-some yards passing by Simpson, 80 yards rushing, 35 minutes time of possession. The stats show Alabama won that game by 10 points. But Oklahoma, they dominated the turnovers, and that's what changed the game. Only 200 yards of offense for them. Mateer only passed for 138 yards. They only rushed for 70. Time of possession was like 25 minutes. But they had 3 turnovers, a pick 6, and their special teams were off the chart. They've got a great punter. They've got a great field goal kicker. They had a huge punt return that put them right in position for an easy score, and that's how they won the game. That's a quality team. Are they the best team? I don't know. I think Alabama beats them 9 out of 10 times if we're being honest. But yesterday, they showed up, they did what they had to do, and they got the win. And they kept their playoff hopes alive. So now, Alabama, where do you go? You go on the road, the Iron Bowl, against Auburn to try to keep your playoff hopes alive, to try to get an SEC championship bid. And that's not going to be any easy task. We all know what the Iron Bowl is. That's a crazy game every year. Something's always on the line, and it's no different this year. And for Oklahoma, they kept their playoff hopes alive. They got 2 tough games left. They got Missouri and LSU. Luckily, both at home, but no easy wins there, and that's definitely not a cakewalk. And they cannot afford another loss. So we're going to find out. It shook out a little bit this weekend. That game, it was crazy. But both those teams still have playoff hopes, and that's all you can ask for at this point. And if you think the craziest game all weekend was the Alabama upset, hang on to your hats, because it was the A&M comeback. What kind of a game was that? I mean, South Carolina comes out in the first half, completely dominate. Offense, defense, they were doing it all, and they were doing it all right. And they were up 30-3 at halftime. A&M looked completely lost, like they didn't even get off the bus. I've been banging the drum for 2 weeks that they should be higher than number 3 in the rankings, and they were making me look stupid. But what do? They come out in the second half, and they make history. Marcel Reed single-handedly had the worst half and best half of his college football career yesterday. First half, couldn't hit the broadside of a barn, missing his receivers, turnovers, you name it. It looked horrible. Second half, comes out of the locker room, flips the script, goes supernova, can't miss. Looks like a man on fire. Rolls off 28 straight points. South Carolina, they don't know what to do. Shane Beamer's over on the sideline looking lost. I mean, it was crazy. I've never seen anything like it. A&M came out in the second half and showed everybody why they're ranked number 3 in the country. I've been banging the drum for 2 weeks now that A&M should be ranked higher. I can't really say that now, but what I can say is this. Championship teams find a way to win, and that's exactly what A&M did yesterday. They also kept their unbeaten streak alive and made history yesterday. No SEC head-to-head matchup had ever had a team come back from 28 points down. And they did it. 286 games in a row, the winner of leading at halftime by 28 points or more had won, and Texas A&M found a way to beat them. Unbelievable. Going forward, what does this mean? Texas A&M's in the driver's seat. They control their own destiny. They've got 1 big game left against Texas. They win that. They're in the SEC championship. Definitely a lock for the playoffs, and the sky's the limit. All they got to do is keep playing the way they did the second half of this game. If that game was complete madness, then this one was complete dominance. Georgia 35, Texas 10. Georgia came out and showed everybody what dominant football looks like, what championship football looks like, and Texas was on the wrong end of it. This thing was never close. You're telling me Texas is the number 10 team in the country. I got a hard time believing that right now. They look like the number 30 team in the country. I mean, Georgia dominated them. Run game, dominant. Pass game, efficient. Gunnar Stockton did whatever he wanted. They ran the ball consistently, and they were in the backfield harassing Manning the whole game. Arch didn't stand a chance. Texas couldn't block him, couldn't stop him, couldn't figure him out. Georgia is a legit top 5 championship contending team. There's no doubt about it. Nobody wants to play that team right now. And I'd argue they may be the number 1 team in the country right now. You tell me anybody wants to play them or see them in the playoffs, they're telling you a lie. They don't want to see the Bulldogs right now. They're peaking at the exact right time. Texas looked like they walked into a grown man fight with a butter knife. That's how bad this game was. Georgia completely dominant. The atmosphere was great. They did whatever they wanted to do. And that defense is elite. I'm telling you right now, nobody wants that. That was a completely dominant game by the Bulldogs. They got weapons all over the field, tight ends galore, and they use them efficiently. Texas's defense couldn't figure them out, had no answers. And on offense, Texas completely lost. Georgia's defense harassed them the whole game. Arch looked shook. They couldn't get anything going. They didn't score until the second half, and it was only because of a pass interference call that got them close to the goal line, and they were able to punch the ball in. Other than that, no offense whatsoever. Georgia's defense did whatever they wanted, and Texas's offense couldn't figure it out. That O-line is bad, and that's why Arch has looked so bad this year. They can't protect him, and he doesn't have time to do anything. And Georgia really exposed it last night. That defense, they are elite. There's no doubt. And they'll be hosting a playoff game in Athens, and good luck to whoever gets that game. So where's this leave us? Well, Georgia, they're in the driver's seat. They got Georgia Tech left, which is now a conference game, so win or lose, no big deal. They're fine. They're going to host a playoff game in Athens, may or may not make the SEC championship game. That's still to be determined. Truth be told, they probably don't even want to play in that game. They'd have a week off to get ready. Like I said, they're hosting a playoff game, and whoever goes there, good luck. Georgia's on a roll right now. They look great. Texas, on the other hand, their playoff chances are pretty much shot. They still have Texas A&M to go, and they'd need a lot of help to get in the playoffs. And even if they did get in the playoffs, what are they going to do? That offensive line's not good enough to win a championship. We saw that last night. So yeah, Texas, back to the drawing board. They need to get some offensive line help for next season, get Arch some help, and go from there. Bottom line, Georgia didn't just handle Texas. They steamrolled them. If you're looking for a team built for December, it's the Dogs. Lastly, the real Notre Dame finally showed up. Notre Dame 37, Pittsburgh 15. And that score wasn't even that close. That was a completely dominant performance by Notre Dame. They finally looked like a ranked team instead of a logo. And I mean, what can you say? This is one of their quality wins. And they completely dominated Pitt, and Pitt was on a roll. First half, complete dominance. Jeremiah Love breaks off a 56-yard touchdown. Then they followed up with a pick six. Before Pittsburgh even knew what happened, it was 14-0, 21-3 at half, and it really wasn't even that close. And you could tell all the way Notre Dame was going to dominate this game. Pittsburgh was just outclassed. Bottom line, this Notre Dame defense made a statement yesterday. Pick six in the first quarter, pressured Pittsburgh's quarterback all day. He never looked comfortable. A complete dominant performance, top to bottom. And Jeremiah Love, what can you say about this dude? He's a man among boys. 147 yards rushing, 23 carries, and 1 touchdown. That touchdown coming on a 56-yard run in the first quarter. He broke that run like he was late for church. Nobody was going to catch him. No stutter steps, no slow start. They look ready to go for the playoffs. In closing, Notre Dame didn't just beat Pittsburgh. They ran past them, through them, and over them. They keep playing like this, they're going to be hard to beat in December. That's our show for this week. I want to thank you for stopping by. I'm Ozzie, and this has been the Week 12 College Football Fallout.